Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Shri Guruji Maharaj ki jai. Shri Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Smagata Rupanuj Guru Guru Varga ki jai. Saparshad Gaur Hari ki jai. Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki jai. Shri Radhara Manju ki jai. समस्त गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. निताय गौर प्रेमानंद. Hare Krishna. So my Dandavat pranams, obeisance to my most worshipful Guru Pada Padma, Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Shri Gurudev, to Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, to the entire Rupanuga Gaudiya Guru Varga, all assembled devotees, especially to Krishna Mohan Prabhu, Chandra Mataji. Thank you so much for mercifully giving me your association, this invitation. I feel honored and humbled to be in your presence. So today, I'm going to speak a little bit about the pastimes of Sri Krishna as Gopal, baby Krishna. Why? Now we are approaching Damodar Brat, Radha Damodar Brat. This is in the month of Kartik, known as Kartik Brat. Specific observance of a vow during this month is very auspicious. So we're starting in about a week. Right now in Vrindavan already Parikrama is beginning from Mathura Dham. And then there will be 1 month of Parikrama in Vrindavan to all the pastime places of Sri Krishna. And it's very auspicious in this month to meditate on the pastimes of Sri Krishna and absorb your heart and mind in Sri Krishna and try to make some connection to the Atma, the soul, and to Paramatma, the super soul. What is the nature of the soul in relation to God? We all have our duties. We all have our responsibilities in life that we must perform. But our highest responsibility is to understand the nature of the soul in relation to God and to help those who are related to us to also realize that relationship, which will take us beyond this world, beyond the cycle of birth and death, into the eternal abode of the Lord. So therefore, we follow the process of Bhakti Yoga. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, the greatest scripture, the greatest evidence, it's stated, Savai punksam paro dharma yato bhaktir dhoksaje ahaitukya pratiyata yatma samprasidati. What can truly satisfy the heart and soul of every living being? Savai punksam, especially those who have achieved the human form of life, as we have all achieved here. Savai punksam paro dharma. What is our topmost responsibility? Right? Our Gurudev would say, a person with no responsibility is like an animal. A person who cannot take any responsibility, who cannot do anything, then they are living like human beings, but two-legged animal, without responsibility. So what is our responsibility? We have many responsibilities, right? Everyone knows, anyone who lives in New York, so many responsibilities, so much to do, so many karmas, so many duties. But what is our highest dharma? Paro dharma, our topmost dharma, is to develop our relationship with the super soul, with Paramatma. What is the difference between the soul and God? Our Atma is described to be like Jyoti, the light of divine consciousness. Atma Jyoti. But it is coming from the source of supreme consciousness, which is described to be like the sun. So we are a particle of that light. That consciousness that is the Jiva, the Atma, until it realizes its relationship to Paramatma, the Supreme Self, then it cannot be satisfied. How do we realize that relationship? Bhakti yoga. Therefore, Shastra describes that bhakti eva bhuyasi. Bhakti is the ornament of one's life. Bhakti vasa purusha. Bhakti to the Supreme Lord. What is it? Darshayati. It illuminates the nature of the self in relation to Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord. Therefore, bhakti is the most important seva or responsibility in our life. Amidst all other responsibilities, we have some responsibility to realize our true nature, responsibility to ourselves also. This is our responsibility. How to make our life successful. Therefore it said, Savai Pungsam Paro Dharma, for all human beings. This is our highest duty. But what is that duty? That duty is only prem. Prem dharma, love. Right? Like in life, we have so many duties, but why do we perform the duties? For those we love? If we're not doing it for those we love, then it's described to be like a vice. Oh, for ambition, for power, for money, for control, then we're working hard. Then this kind of work is what? Working for prestige, working for power, working for position. But proper work is done for love, for those we love, to maintain, to protect, to nourish. So the highest dharma is prem, divine love. Our Gurudev would say, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj, that this dharma of prem, love, is in every living entity. Every living entity, its highest dharma is prem, love. He would say that you can see this even with a cat or a dog. Every living entity is looking for love. If you give it a little affection, oh, they're so happy. And if you abuse, then so disturbed. So our highest dharma is prem. Yet, unless we realize our relation with absolute truth, Bhagavan, then we cannot perfectly follow this prem dharma, religion of love. Why? Because in this world, we don't understand what is real prem. Shastra teaches prem means atmendriya priti vancha dhare kam. Dhare bole kam. When you're always just thinking, what's in it for me? How can I enjoy? How can I be happy? And engaging others for your own happiness. This is kam, not love. Selfishness. And prem, krishnendriya priti vancha, to try to please and serve God. And then to please Him, helping all others. This is prem. So the Supreme Lord is described to be the object of all prem. Therefore the highest goal of human life is Krishna prem. Pancham Purushartha Krishna prem. It's described Krishna, one of his incarnations, Narayan. Narayan means what? Within whom all Nara, all beings reside. Narayan. And within whom the Supreme Lord, Narayan, resides. I do not reside within every human being or every entity, and they do not reside within me, so I am not God. That Supreme Lord is within whom all beings rest, right? The entire creation rests within the Supreme Lord, Krishna. And Krishna is within every heart as Paramatma, the Super Soul. So to awaken our relation with Him, that is our highest dharma. So therefore we have some responsibility to our soul. Therefore we are coming together for satsang. Right? All week we have so many obligations. But every day we should try to perform a few minutes, 5-10 minutes, half hour, 1 hour, some japa, some sadhana, some smarana. Bhakti is simple because it's of the nature of love. Love is simple. Love is not difficult. Right? So how do we practice bhakti? To hear about Krishna, Shravanam, Kirtanam, to sing or speak about Krishna, Smaranam, to remember Krishna, Pada Sevanam, to do some seva, Archanam, to do some puja, Vandanam, to offer some prayer, Sakyam, to develop a mode of friendship and love, Dasyam, to develop a mode that I am the servant of God, Atmanivedanam, to fully offer the self or the heart. This is Bhakti Yoga. So therefore, Krishna makes an easy process. What is the process? how can we understand the absolute, the divine, the transcendental, which is beyond our senses? Atashi Krishna Namadi Nabhavid Grayamindriya. We cannot understand God by our material eyes, our hands, our senses. We cannot understand God. He is beyond matter. How do we understand God? So Atashi Krishna Namadi Nabhavid Grayamindriya. You cannot understand Him by your senses. Sevan Mukha Jivado. By bhakti or seva, you can start to understand. So what is the highest bhakti practice? Harikatha. To hear about Krishna Katha. And to hear kirtan about Sri Krishna, this awakens the dormant love that is your inherent nature. Our nature, whatever love we have for family, for friends, whatever love we've placed in anything in this world, that essence of that prem or love, its true object of love is Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Its natural object of love. So how do we awaken that? That which is beyond the senses, how do we understand? Therefore, Krishna is very merciful. Anugrahaya bhaktanam manusham deham ashritam. He appears in a human-like form that we can understand and relate with, and performs very sweet pastimes. So by his pastimes, our hearts become attracted to him. Right? Therefore, we sing bhajans about Krishna in Braj, Vrindavan. Right? We can sing bhajans to Nirakar, Nirvishesh, Brahman, Paramatman, but this does not awaken the love in the heart so much as to hear about directly Brajendra Nandan Shyam Sundar Shri Krishna. Therefore, some of our great sages, they have a beautiful verse. Shrutimitare, Smritimapare, Bharatamanye Manush. That many people in this world are afraid. Why? Why are we afraid? What's going to happen tomorrow? Will I have enough money to maintain? Will this person accept me or not? There's always fear, bhaya. And so they worship the Shruti, the Smriti, the Veda, this and that. They worship. But this Rishi said, who do I worship? I worship Nanda Baba, Krishna's father. Why do I worship Nanda Baba? Because in his courtyard, baby Krishna is rolling in the dust. Bhal Gopal. Rolling in the dust, taking the dust of Braj in his body. So that supreme absolute truth takes on this beautiful form of Krishna to show us what is the nature of his eternal abode. Therefore we meditate on the pastimes of Sri Krishna. So, what happens by meditating on Krishna Katha? To hear Krishna Katha, then we can remember Krishna Katha. By this process, gradually, our consciousness can take us from Maya Nagari. What is Maya Nagari? This world of Maya, samsara, to Krishna Nagari, Shri Krishna's abode. Right? That is Kartik Vrat. That is why we do parikrama. Why do we do parikrama? So we can go from Maya Nagari to Krishna Nagari. Nagari means the abode, the town. So this world is called what? Durga. Prison house of samsara. Samsara Sindhu, ocean of material existence, right? When you're flying in a plane, you look on the city, this is samsara, right? Very fearsome place. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. Again and again, we're being born and dying in the ocean of samsara. Maya Nagari surrounds us. Look at your phone, look on the news, look at the paper. This is all this katha of Maya katha. Right? Turn on the TV, any channel, Krishna Katha or Maya Katha. Some channel Krishna Katha. Rare. But they say, those who are like cuckoos, they like what is sweet, and they find Krishna Katha wherever it is. And those who have crow nature, wherever is Maya Katha, they find that place. Kag Tirtha. Pilgrimage place for crows. Where is Maya? Material problems, news. But this parikrama means now this month of Kartik is for pilgrimage. So what is the best pilgrimage? To take your consciousness from Maya Nagari to Krishna Nagari. And you can do that without going anywhere. Right? Because you can surround yourself wherever you are with Krishna. Right? Devotees of Krishna, pictures of Krishna, Thakurji, Seva. and you create some protective space that anyhow, because necessarily we're going to experience some interaction with Maya, right? In our daily life, Maya will be there. But if we develop a relation to Krishna, then Maya is our very good friend, Maya Devi. We offer her puja also, right? Now Navaratri, so we also offer puja to her. But we want her to be like our friend. Why? Help us make relation to Shri Krishna, Paramatma. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadi Adi Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. That Krishna is not just ordinary personality, not a devata also. Para devata, the supreme personality of Godhead. Ete Chamsa Kala Pungsa Krishna Stu Bhagavan Swayam. Srimad Bhagavatam teaches Krishna is supreme absolute truth, not others. Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita says, Brahmano hi pratishtaham. I am the source of all the Brahman. I am the source of Paramatma. I am the source of all the avatars, of all the devatas. I am the avatari, the source. So therefore, this is our process. Parikrama, how to take the mind from absorption in Maya to absorption in Krishna. Gradually, little bit by little bit, hear the sweet pastimes of Krishna. Our Gurudev would say, don't waste time chasing your shadow. What does that mean? What is your shadow? Maya. All the problems, all your anarthas, your own problems, other people's problems, world problems, it's all Maya. This is always going to be there. Some pain in the body, some problem at work, some problem at home. No problem. You do what you have to do. You have these duties. Take care of them. Take care of your body, take care of your family, take care of your responsibilities. But some time you give to your relation to the Atma Paramatma Shri Krishna. Therefore, the best method is to hear Harikatha. Gurudev would say, don't chase your shadow. What does it mean, chasing your shadow? Every morning you wake up and you make a note list. This problem, then this problem, and this problem, and this problem, and this problem, and it gets bigger and bigger all the time. And then you check off one, okay, finish. We have to do these things. We have to take care of what we have to take care of, right? Otherwise they'll overcome you. But some time you save every day for developing your relation to Shri Krishna. Your shadow will chase you. No need to chase it, right? Gurudev would say problems are like waves in the ocean. One comes, then another 50 are coming. Don't worry. They're not going away. They're not going to leave you behind. Don't worry. There'll always be enough problems. So you don't have to absorb yourself too much in them. As much necessary. But sometime you absorb yourself in Krishna. Then this solves all problems. Gurudev would say, you can jump on the head of death and gallop forwards and leave it behind. Yesterday I was transcribing Gurudev Katha. We're publishing Gurudev lecture books. Shri Gurudev Bhaktivinoda Narayana Goswami Maharaj. Now we're on volume 36. We started last year. Every month, now every 3 weeks, publishing a new book. So since we spoke last time, I gave you a set, like 20. Now we're on volume 36. Right? Why? No waste any time. Right? Just because we're like brahmachari doesn't mean we dilly-dally, you know? Dilly-dally-chari. Right? We should do some purposeful action. So therefore, Krishna mercifully gives us his pastimes, so we can easily meditate upon his sweet katha. Then by this, we don't have to, this gyan, this philosophy, this tarika argument, logic, tarika vitarka, this is all good. Some gyan, some vedanta, some understanding is necessary. But the best thing is, here's the sweet katha of Shri Krishna. Therefore, when Krishna was a little boy, Bal Gopal, what is he famous for? What is one of his most famous names, like adjective names? Who said? Raise your hand. Jai Draupadi. Haribo! Makan Chor.
Banke Bihari.
Banke Bihari, yes. Bihari is always playing. Banke is very crooked. Derde. Right? Tribhanga. Bangima Rupa. Bang Siddhari Aparupa. So Krishna Makan Chor, when he's a little boy, he was famous for stealing butter. Why is he stealing butter? God doesn't have enough butter at home. Right? Ocean of milk doesn't have enough butter coming from it. All the Surabhi Mata cows don't have enough milk and butter. Mother Yashoda doesn't give them enough butter. Mother Yashoda, how many cows? How many cows Mother Yashoda has? 900,000. Yes. No lack. 900,000 cows. How much butter comes from 900,000 cows? One cow every day, how many liters milk? I had a cow growing up. For 5 years without a child, she gave every day like 4-gallon milk. Why? Because if you give love to the cow and you feed nicely and take care of nicely, her heart is always, the people become like her calves. Even if she doesn't have a calf, she gives milk. So imagine, we have one cow giving milk every day, 4 or 5 gallons. 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, sometimes 2.5. So 900,000 cows, how many gallons of milk every day? How many gallons of milk? A lot, right? Like 4.5 million maybe? Lot of milk. That's why Krishna's family is called Gwala. Because you have to take care of all that milk, so you're a Gwala, covered. Right? Lord Brahma, you know Chaturmukh Brahma, in his Brahma Sanghita he would sing, Shreya Shritim, not that in that spiritual world of Krishna, there's so much milk, it's flowing like rivers from all the Surabhi Mata, Kamadhenus, wish-fulfilling cows, right? All the devatas are in this form. All the devatas within cow, Gomata. So there's rivers of milk and makkan and dahi and ghee. So Krishna has to steal. Why is he stealing makkan? Why? Jopuri. Why is he stealing makkan? Anyone see t-shirt? I lost my heart in Vrindavan. Right? Krishna is makkan chor. No, he is samasta hridaya chor. Stealer of the heart. But Krishna is very sweet, right? Love, prem, sometimes it flows like river Jamuna, not straight, in a crooked way, because it's more sweet. If you love someone, say, oh, I love you, yes, I love you, then where's the ras? Where's the sweetness? There needs to be some ras. Ras means, what is ras? Mood, emotion, flavor. Main ras is Santa Dasya Sakya Vatsalya Madhurya, the love of a mother, love of a father, the love of a friend, a beloved like Radha and the gopis. And then 7 other rasas. Hasya, to laugh. Adbhut, to be in wonder. Bhayanak, to be afraid. Rodra, to be angry. These are all rasas. So Krishna likes to taste all these rasas with his devotees. So he goes and steals butter. Why? Because all the gopis want, oh, Krishna will be my Lala, my Gopal. So Mother Yashoda is thinking, why is Krishna stealing butter? I have 900,000 cows every day. You can imagine. Milk production, butter production. This room full of butter pots, but it's only like not even 1% every day. Imagine big pots, butter. How much butter? But Krishna said no, it's not enough. Why? Krishna is very special. You know one special thing about Krishna? Even other avatars cannot do this. What is that? Krishna can accept the hearts of every jiv, every living entity. Therefore, some people criticize, oh, Krishna makkan chor, stealing. But he's not stealing. What they are offering from their heart, he is going and taking. Right? Every Atma wants relation and love with Paramatma. So they are meditating and praying, when will Krishna accept from me? Not only Mother Yashoda. How much can Krishna eat? Right? Mother Yashoda is giving, but Krishna thinks, what about this mother and this mother and this mother? Hundreds of thousands of mothers, they all want to feed Krishna. They all want Krishna to be their son. All the gopis want to be Krishna's beloved. So Krishna can accept them all. This is the speciality of Sri Krishna. Every gopi wants to be with Krishna. So what is he supposed to do? No, only I am with one. But their hearts desires to be with Krishna, so how can he say no? Krishna is that personality of Godhead who never says no. You want to be with Krishna, he accepts you, however your mood is. However you approach me, I accept you, Krishna says. Everyone. Narayana. All living entities Krishna accepts. Therefore, even people criticize Krishna. Oh, why Krishna dancing with all the gopis? But they are praying since lifetimes after lifetimes as sages. Oh, when will I take birth in Braj as a gopi so I can be with Sri Krishna? They're doing sadhana tapasya for thousands of years, praying to be with Krishna. So how can Krishna not accept them? Even if he is criticized, he will accept them. Right? Ordinary people, oh, Krishna is doing this, what is another name for Krishna? Right? Not only Makkan Chor, Gopi Vasana Har, Gopi Kavastra Chor. He's also going to the bank of the Jamuna and stealing the clothes of the gopis while they're little girls bathing in the Jamuna. Why? Because they've offered their heart to Krishna, so he must accept. This is Krishna's seva. What is Krishna's seva? Krishna also has seva. Krishna's seva is giving prem, love to everyone. Therefore, an Upanishad says, Nityo Nityanam Chetanaschitananam Eko Bahunam Yo Viradhati Kaman. Krishna alone is the original eternal being, the original conscious being from which all beings come. He alone, Eko Bahunam, of all the living entities, can satisfy the desires of their heart. This is Upanishad statement. Nityo Nityanam Chetanaschitananam Eko Bahunam Yo Viradhati Kaman. Krishna alone can satisfy all desires. So therefore, every gopi is churning the yogurt pot. What is she thinking? When will Krishna accept this from me? Right? Every gopi who is milking the cows, collecting the gopa, sakas are milking the cows. This is their seva. Then they bring it. Then all the gopis boil and make dahi, milk hot, and then they make yogurt, dahi, and then they churn it. And while they're churning it, what are they singing? Who knows? Dharamadhaveti Govinda Dhamo Dharamadhaveti Govinda Dhamo Dharamadhaveti Govinda Dhamo Dharamadhaveti. You imagine in Vrindavan, right? Now we're going from Maya Nagari to Krishna Nagari. Right? And there, every home, all of Braj, every gopi is churning the dahi and singing Govinda Dhamo Dharamadhaveti Govinda Dhamo Dharamadhaveti He Govinda Dhamo Dharamadhaveti Govinda Dhamo. And she's collecting the butter, putting it in a pot, and putting it on the rafters, and hiding it there, and thinking, when will Krishna come and I will feed him with my own hand? Right? But Krishna is thinking, I'm very busy. I have to go to every home, right? Like Santa Claus. Santa Claus has to go to every home. So he doesn't have time to stop and talk and have tea and big cookies. Very quickly, he goes, gives some present, takes the cookie and goes. So Krishna has to go to every home. Why? Because every gopi is praying, when will Krishna come to my home? He promised to fulfill the desire of the gopis. So every place. And also one thing, Krishna in Braj is tere, right? Very crooked, very sweet, Bhange Vihari. Love that is indirect, more sweet. More sweet, right? Someone makes something for you very nice with great love and hides it, and you know already where it is, and you go and take. Then this love develops some man, more sweet. So Krishna is going to every home, take the butter, makkan, and this also gives him some chance. What? Why is Krishna makkan chor? Not for himself. Bhagavan. Krishna, he's not selfish, right? Anyone ever see, does Krishna steal butter alone? He has his little team, right? Only the sakas, the coward boys? Who else? Monkeys, right? Krishna thinks if I go, then they'll say, oh, sit down, here's your thali, here's some rasgulla, here's some makkan, here's some mishri, take it, now go. But Krishna thinks, I am not coming for myself. I am not stealing for myself, right? A good thief has many people. So Krishna is not taking for himself. All the sakas, all the monkeys, they all are going for Makkan. So Krishna himself goes and he feeds every cowherd boy, every monkey. Not only that, crows. Why? Ram Leela. Who helped Krishna in Ram Leela? All the Vanaras, right? All the crows, Kakbusandi, famous crow bhakt of Lord Ram. So Krishna thought, if I go to the home directly, then they sit me down. Oh, here's an asan, idam asanam, kling Krishnaya swaha, idam achamaniyam, kling Krishnaya swaha esha. But Krishna doesn't want for himself. When we offer bhoga to Thakurji, idam mahaprasadam om sarva sakibhyo namaha, idam mahaprasadam om sarva sakibhyo namaha, idam mahaprasadam om sarva vrajabasibhyo namaha, idam mahaprasadam sarva vaishnavebhyo namaha. Right? So Krishna is thinking, if I go, they sit me down, here's some makkan, here's some mishri, here's some rasgulla, take and go. But Krishna steals butter so everyone can come with him. All the sakas, all the monkeys. So sometimes Krishna comes in the room. When does he come? Late at night. Why? A thief doesn't go in the daytime. Santa Claus also comes at night. Right? Difference is, Santa Claus not real. Right? But Krishna, Param Bhagavan, all Shastra teaches. Sorry to break it to you guys. Santa Claus is Mama and Papa. But Krishna is Bhagavan. So Krishna doesn't come daytime. Why? Daytime? Then how can you steal properly? Why? Many guards. Right? And in Braj, they have a lot of trust, so they don't have CCTV. They don't have floodlights. Everyone sleeps. And when does Krishna come? Early morning. That's why we wake Brahma Muhurta. Early morning. So if Krishna comes to take butter from our house, we'll be able to see him. And then offer arati and puja. Oh, Krishna, come take. So Krishna comes early morning. Sometimes the Brajabasis, they have like a wall around their house. So Krishna with the boys, he'll climb one on top of the other shoulders and go inside. And then the other side of the wall, they'll also climb like the same way and go over one after another. And then Krishna will go to where there's rafters. And one saka and two sakas will stand, and then another saka will stand on their shoulders, and another, Shridam, Sugal, Madhumangal. Finally, Krishna will go. Why? First, bhoga is for Krishna. Then Krishna distributes to everyone. So Krishna is standing there holding the clay pot with butter. They put it there thinking, Govinda Damo, Dhara Madhaveti, when will Krishna take? They're praying, when will Krishna take? So as they're like this, Krishna is taking, and Paramatma in the heart of the gopis, oh, now Krishna's come. So the gopis will wake, and they'll come in the room. Right? And not only Krishna and the sakas, all the monkeys coming in the room. Anyone been to Vrindavan, right? All of Krishna's friends, all the monkeys there. And if you're not careful, they'll take your glasses. Now they'll take your phone. They'll take your bead bag, right? Many times I was in Vrindavan, they take your glasses, then you have to do some trade. What trade? Fruity. And they have a deal with the seller. Fruity costs 10 rupees, but 150 rupees is the cost to get your glasses back. And so they give one fruity to the monkeys, but later they'll give more if necessary. Why? They have a partnership. All the sellers, and the fruity stand will always be very close wherever the monkeys steal the glasses. So if you go and you see fruities nearby, be extra careful. That means good business is going on. So as the gopi comes and sees Krishna, then all the sakas run. Why? Everyone's worried for themselves, right? So everyone runs, and you imagine they're all standing on each other's shoulders. Krishna's hanging there, starting to pass to the boys. All the boys scatter. Krishna's hanging there. Right? And then what happens? The gopi says, why are you taking? Knock on the door, sit down, I'll feed you. Krishna's thinking then, you will feed my monkeys, my crows, all my friends. She says, now I've caught you. Right? Krishna's famous as Makkan Chor, so all the gopis are always complaining to Madhya Yashoda. Your Lala is so nutcut, so naughty, he's always stealing our butter. Krishna's thinking, you're praying for me, singing to me, when will you come, when will you come, when will you come? And then I come, and now you're complaining? Right? This is a nature problem. Right? Therefore Vaishnavas say, never criticize, never complain. When I was living in Vrindavan, we'd do Bhiksha at Dwadasi. Every home you go to, they'll have a Bhagavad Gita poster. Bhagavad Gita poster with main teachings of Krishna and Gita. In Hindi, it will say, Jo kuch ho raha hai, acha ho raha hai. Jo kuch hua, acha hua. Jo kuch hoga, acha hoga. Whatever happened is good. Whatever will happen is good. Whatever is happening is good. Why? Everything, if I offer my heart in devotion to God, everything will work out for the best. No need to complain and criticize. But this is also the ras. So the gopis, one time, they caught Krishna. Why are you stealing the butter? Krishna said, oh my, I lost my calf. You lost your calf? He's in the pot? Yes, yes. And then Krishna put his hand in the pot and pulled out a little toy cow. Toy calf. See? It fell in there, so I brought out my calf. Okay, next time I'll catch you. One time the gopi caught Krishna. And she said, now I'm going to take you red-handed to Madhya Yashoda. Right? We've been selling her for months that all Krishna's, as soon as Krishna could walk, he stole butter. Right? Krishna could barely walk, like how old? 1, 2, 2. Right? As soon as Krishna could start walking, he started his business. Right? Best business. Makkan Chori business. So they would be telling Madhya Yashoda, and she was saying, he can barely walk. Just 2 to 3 days ago he started walking. How can he steal butter already? They said, you don't know. He's very expert. Right? Not alone. He has a whole army. And he's training them from 1 to 2 years old. Right? It's a big problem in Braj. Not like a thief that lives, from another town or something. All our boys are becoming thieves. You imagine the problem. Not just one. But Krishna is so loving, so charming that all the boys are his friends. And so all the mothers are thinking, not only Krishna is doing that, but all of our sons are now becoming thieves because of Krishna. What to do? But they never catch him. He's always tricky, always escapes. So finally the gopi caught him and said, today I'll take him to Madhya Yashoda. So as she was taking him with a very tight hand, like holding him very tightly, let's go to Madhya Yashoda. And Krishna was saying, oh Maya, you're pressing too hard. My hand hurts. Please take my other hand, just for a moment. Right? Just for a moment, take my other hand. Because this one hurts. And so, as she's walking, you imagine, she's just looking forward, thinking of taking to Madhya Yashoda and finally proving that Krishna's Makkan Chor. Madhya Yashoda would always say, Krishna has so much butter, every day he eats in my house, so much butter, so much milk, why is he stealing butter? He doesn't go, she didn't believe, she thought my son is good. So he thought, we'll show him directly, then he'll understand. So as they approached, what happened? She came, knocked on the door. Oh, Madhya Yashoda, finally I brought Krishna red-handed. Madhya Yashoda came out of the house. Yes, in the courtyard. Look, here's your Krishna. She said, Krishna, this is your son. Then the mother looked. My son? Madhya Yashoda said, you're always thinking Krishna, 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 Krishna. Your son was taking butter and then you caught him and dragged him here. And she looked and her son was there and he started to cry. Oh mother, why are you holding my hand so tight? And she thought, what happened? And then Krishna came out of his room, rubbing his eyes like he just woke up. What is happening, mother? He said, look, they're always saying I'm a thief, but really, they're always thinking of me, so therefore they brought her own son. What happened? This was their trick. Why? Because thieves, they always work together. So therefore Krishna said, okay, as soon as he was caught, then he made this excuse, oh my hand hurts. As soon as she was just walking forward very quickly thinking, I'll get to Yashoda, I'll get to Yashoda, only a few 100 feet away. And so then Krishna switched hands and then the other boy put his hands. And she dragged him in front of the Madhya Yashoda. And Krishna came out, oh, look Madhya Yashoda, every day they're criticizing me, complaining about me. They brought her own son. And then by eyes, they're laughing with each other. And Madhya Yashoda thought what to do. So one day, now Kartik Brat, Damodar Brat's coming, right? This pastime continued, right? Diwali, around this time, Govardhan Puja.